Y'all check this computer scratch out.
Yeah, who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper? Life is hell, we can make it mail, and ain't nobody gon' save us. So I can really give a damn if you think that I'm wrong, go right. I'ma hustle all day, I'ma hustle all night.
Hello and welcome to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. Hey, it's the coffee break, sports edition on TAAN TV. Man, we got some great games that we're going to cover. Talk a little bit about some of the past games that will proceed to these semifinals. I guess you might say the regional finals. We cover the regional finals and preview some of the games that is coming up. Semifinal games going to state, on the road to state, y'all. Hey, it's a sports edition of the coffee break, and I want to bring in my co-hosts, aka the One-Eyed Scout, Big Country, Kevin Howe. What's up, baby?
Oh, nothing much, man. The city's fire hot with basketball right
Oh man, and the man that has all the stats in his head. I mean, he don't need no Google. What is Google to him? His stats is all in his head. My main man, Mr. Philip Townsend.
Looks like Vance is coming in lying to people.
now.
No, bro,
That's not happening the way he said it.
I think that was a great preview, considering normally you have the dome covered up, but now they see where all that knowledge is being stored. Well, look here, y'all, man. We got a great show tonight, man. And but first, before I go, I want to give a shout out to we lost one of our great ones, Phil, Kevin, R&B singer, Angie Stone, over the weekend in a car crash, man. And this, there's always, she was in a sprinter van, I believe. She was the only one that lost her life. Her band and background singers.
Wow. And Roberta Flack before that.
Yeah, Roberta. Yeah, but how did Roberta die, though?
Probably natural
causes.
Natural causes, 88.
Yeah, I remember, because Killing Me Softly, boy, and the other one she did for Clint Eastwood's movie. Man, we're losing them, man. We're losing, but hey, that's such is life. If you live long enough, we all got to go. We all got to go see our higher power. So anyway, Angie, Roberta, y'all rest in paradise, y'all. One love. All right, y'all. Let's get this bad fella rocking, man. I'm gonna switch gears and turn it over to a Big Country, the One-Eyed Scout, Kevin Howe.
Yeah, we watched several ball games over this past week, and man, it's such exciting time when you think that. So we have 5 teams, and two of those guys were playing each other. So the best that we could do was 4 teams advancing. And gosh dog it, you know what happened? All 4 teams advanced. And we're going to talk about the games here in a little bit, break down a little bit of each one. But Vance, would you kind of tell people what that crowd was like at that Brennan game?
The Brennan Steele game?
Yes.
Oh man, it was electrifying, man. And like we say, Kevin, you might have to Google this. it was swole up in there, baby. It was swole. It was up to the Raptors, man, and the excitement, the colors, the uniforms, man, and the actual play, which topped it off. The actual play of the game, which was great. Uh, but it was nice to see a sold out, swole arena there for that high school, San Antonio High School basketball playoff game. Which because I don't know, Kevin, man, San Antonio High School basketball just don't get the love, like it should, man. And well, I'm telling you what you got, and the players that the 26s, the 27s, and 28s are coming behind. I think it shows some great promise.
Oh yeah, I mean, we think about it right now. Uh, Brennan's got two Division I players, as in they've already signed, and then several Division II players at Harlan, and a junior college player. And then you look back now, you look at the 26s, and Brennan's going to bring back two 4 stars and a young man that's got an offer to Wichita State and Taylor Todd. So, man, for those people that say it was down, it surely has come up a lot real quick. Um, but no, man, we always wanted to get the opportunities to be in these Houston, Dallas, San Antonio fights to get to the state to get to the state finals. And I think, man, three of these teams. I'm not gonna be able to pick which three, but I think 3 out of 4 are gonna make it. And I just wanted to note, uh, go back to September 3rd, uh, when we had a show and we told the people that the best starting five in San Antonio had to be Harlan. Well, man, I missed it by one. You know, but man, they sure have done a lot, improved a lot. Uh,
But but
Brendan.
but Kevin,
Mhm.
when you made that statement, you was talking to the best team in the state.
Hey,
So,
don't fire up Coach
oh man,
Foster.
they don't need no firing up, man.
No.
Because that game, I'll wait till you get to that game, man, and I'll tell you how I felt about it. Go ahead.
Well, man, let's start off there. We'll talk about the game, and then we'll talk about the matchup that they're about to get to. Phil, if you ever decide to skip out on a Brennan game,
I was gonna say the same
what
thing.
procedure, man?
Your team.
I'm gonna tell you what. Kingston Fleming showed why that young man had 3 different gears, and when they was bumping and grinding, and he took off from half court about 3 different times, driving downhill. And if you got in his way, you were getting dunked on. If you got out the way, he was probably going to foul him. And he put on a display. And I'm just, I just sit there and watch and think, man, I wonder if I'll ever see another guy as dominant. But you called it, Phil.
Kevin, you're preaching to the choir.
Well,
With the exception of, you always have that latecomer walking through the door,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Vance Bradford. Hopefully, he got a chance to come to the realization that when he's looking at Kingston, it's the truth. I love his size. I love the thickness that he has in his legs. I mean, goodness gracious, and when he gets up, it's a nice thunder dunk for me when he
Mm-hmm.
when he puts it in. And but I love the way he moves his feet on defense. That's the thing that I really like about him. And if you get that jump on him, he can work right back around that shoulder and get in front of you and get those feet, that lateral movement going. Just a great get for my man, Mr. Phone, Kevin Sampson.
Well, is it my turn, Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Phil. Well, Phil. I mean, you've been, like I said, you've been on Brennan the whole year, and I was on him. I like Brennan. I got several outside reasons too. Uh, so give a shout out to was it Kinder Elementary? All right, Mrs. Kogel, the teacher there. Yes, she'll know what I mean. But anyway, uh, okay, let's start with Kingston, man. I thought I remember I had asked a question about this game: would he be challenged? Because I think all the way up to this season, I didn't see the games where they went out of town and they playing Dallas, Houston. Okay, those teams I didn't see, or DC. I didn't see those teams. I just was able to see what he did here in San Antonio, and to me, he wasn't challenged. So I just wondered. I mean, it just would anybody make him go to that next gear? Because his dunking is outstanding and stuff like that. But that's a given. The boy can lead the floor. He can definitely jump. But Phil, he didn't wait. He did not, from the beginning of the game, he did not wait to take on whether if someone's going to make him step up or make him do something. And what I meant, and it wasn't offensively, I meant defensively. I was very impressed the way he handled Coach. Coach, I love you, man. I met you, man, and we talked, and even you said it. Coach Rice is how young Rice, the point guard for Steele, would handle the tempo of the game. But what I would say about that too, Kingston stepped up, man, and played. I mean, like you said, moving those feet, and I think that right there was set that tempo, that defense, and Kingston. I mean, you're a superstar, dude. But he set that tempo as a leader would, and he slapped the floor, man, and he squat. And but I do commend. Is it Joshua Rice?
Yeah.
Joshua Rice. I do commend him. The juniors. A junior, and it was a valuable lesson. I think he learned and to experience. Kingston put the senior on him, which he should have, because with all the accolades that Kingston get, that's how you step up. And Rice, I mean, not saying that because I'm saying he's a junior, nothing like that, but it showed, and he's going to be about next year. I can't wait. I can't wait for them next year to see Steele and see what they do, man. I'm taking all the
they
time.
started 5 juniors.
Yeah.
And Steele.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him next year.
Yeah, but if I could just say one thing, Kevin, before you get in there, is that look, you know how much I love Rice's defensive setup himself, but I really like the way that instead of necessarily looking for a shot or something, even though I love it when he can get up and dunk, I love the way he looks to distribute the ball.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go back to what Kevin's always talked about. The thing that doesn't in any way surprise me about Kingston is how he takes over a game, because he watches and he knows exactly when he thinks he should look to score offensively, or like Kevin says, distribute the ball. And that's what makes him so good, is that he has the ability to see the game for what it is right then and what he needs to do in the moment. And he's just a great player.
Yeah. He's going to get him a jump shot, though. He better get her and read that Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Well, he can.
That season that Michael went from took that summer to develop that jumper.
Well, do you mean the jumper?
This is the time. This is the time, Kingston.
That just got him to 47%. That jumper. I think Kingston.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh no, let me stop.
Kingston already has that Michael Jeffrey Jordan jumper.
He's crazy.
Hey.
No, but go ahead, Kevin.
Kingston hit his outside shot, so
he did hit some strokes.
Just more reps.
But all I'm saying, I'm talking about next level. The boy bad. The boy bad. Don't give. The boy is bad. and I just love to see him when they do step up. And I already give him a plus. He stepped up in that regional final for sure
He's always stepped up.
in the
You
beginning.
just now coming to the party.
Hey, go ahead and put the games up, man.
I just didn't think he was being. I knew there was another level. Okay.
All right, so
Woo.
we're gonna have Brennan versus Belair. So right off the jump, let me put this out there. Texas Southern University is hosting. And for those that don't know, this is the first time ever that a HBCU is hosting a playoff game basketball wise. Per Jim Hicks out of Houston. Uh, that's first and foremost. Secondly, uh, big names are here. We just got through talking about Kingston, and he's going to U of H. At Bel Air High School, you have a Shelton Henderson that's going to Duke. So you have some big names in here. Um, this is, listened to Donovan Chris earlier today talking about this is already a step further than they went last year, but they got more things that they want to get accomplished. Uh, this game is going to be Tuesday at 7 p.m. Uh, Brennan advanced to the semifinals with a healthy 30-point win over Steele. They're 25, they're 10-2. No, that's Bel Air. Uh, 33, they're 33-2. So only two losses came on that East Coast swing. They're averaging about 85 points, but their competition in Bel Air, they're 10-2. But here's the big discrepancy: they're averaging only 60 points a game. So that's two conflicting styles of play, and so that's going to be interesting to see who wins that. And
What's Bear Air's defense?
that's what I'm saying. Like they got they're only giving up 60 points a game, so it must slow it down some.
Oh, you said they're okay. They're giving up 60 points a game.
Shit, they're only averaging, Vance.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So what I'm asking you is, what about their defense? What do they give it if it has
Well,
any?
what he's trying to say, Vance, is that their defense is probably pretty stellar, given they're 10-2 in the district and 25-10 overall. And if they're scoring 60 on average and winning 25 games, that's kind of a testament to their defense. But what I like about Brennan is that we saw Brennan when it speed the game up against Steele and break away. See, so they have that ability to run the tempo good with Kingston them in their plan. So even though, like he mentioned about Shelton Henderson, that's a big 6'7" guard. So it's going to be interesting to see how things get rolling there.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I'll speak to. I want to say one thing about that's been very impressive is Brennan's defense. Uh, Whether you want to call it sticky zone, however you want to call it, uh, man, they run you off the 3-point line, and when they do, you have to drive into all those long arm jumpers and leapers, and then you can start out the game with like a 4 to 5 point deficit, and then they're going to go on a quick run, and now you're looking at a 10-point deficit, and the spurt ability. Once those shots start falling, they ran away with it in the second half, and so that was fun to see. You know, the second game we're going to talk about is Texas State at Texas State in San Marcos, and you're going to have Vance going to talk about this game between Harlan and Katie Jordan.
Okay, guys. Well, we all know I didn't get a chance to see that game, man. I wish I had, man. It's hard picking. So we chose Brennan, but them Harlan Hawks, man, are 26-10. And to me, uh, because seeing them, we saw them a couple times during the regular season, and they was finding their way. To me, they was, but it seemed like they stuck with it. They're resilient, and so that's why they won. Their regional finals. Uh, the Jordan Warriors out of Katy, they are 34-3. 34-3. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna go on off here, and let me do this right here. Boom, bam. So like I said, the Harlan Hawks. The Jordan Warriors are 34-3. They're pretty consistent. They're averaging 63.9 points per game. And they got the players to look for. Jordan Holt is averaging 15. Ryan is averaging 6, and Elijah Black is averaging 3.4. So it should be a good game. Harlan is averaging more points, 65.2 per game. So they did play head to head this season, and in November 9th, Jordan secured a decisive victory over Harlan, 61-32. And then in November 23, Harlan edged out a win in a closely contested contest, finishing 58-56. So it's 1-1. It's a split. So, this kind of game here is going, will take you on to the what if they win, whoever wins this will go to the finals
Yeah, I played it in Alamo Dome.
at the
Uh,
Dome. That's that. Hey, that's your goal. The road to
hey,
strength, huh?
one quick note on that.
Yeah.
On the first two matchups. The first game when they played Katy Jordan Warriors, uh, Josiah Jones was injured, and I don't think I think KJ Williams also may have had ankle issues for that game. So that not making excuses, but if we're looking at that as a barometer for how this third game is going to play out, there was some asterisks with that first matchup.
And we've seen Harlan play, Kevin. Harlan was a favorite of yours. You really liked him, and also I think pointing out that, like you said, that's not excuses. That's
Mhm.
that's actuality, and players that could affect the game. So yeah, that's something that needs to be said.
Well, and in this one, this Harlan Katie game. Jordan's strength is the rebounding, and Harden's strength is offensively. So hey, so that right there could be a good matchup. Because like I said, key factors: Jordan dominance on the boards, man. That would help them get them over. And so, and then Harlan, man, got to be careful. They must handle be careful with them turnovers and handle that turnover. Most of the time, if you have more turnovers, that usually leads to a loss. So, but that's it. It's going to be a great game, man. Like I said, so we got power on defense, Jordan, and a power on offense. Their strength, Harlan, is their offense. So it should be a great game. It's at Texas State University, y'all. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. So that's what I got, Kevin and Phil. Y'all can add to it if you like.
No, I think we've covered them enough throughout the year, and uh, we kind of discussed. You shared with uh, Jordan strengths, and so we're gonna need a big performance out of Armani, Zaki, KJ, Knowledge. All those guys are rebounding. Uh, so, but their calling card is offense. But they've come this far, so I got to keep believing in them. And then, I had to look for Goliad. I'd never heard of Goliad before. Uh, it's about 2 hours away from here, so I knew that wasn't the game I'm going to go see. But Alamo Heights just they keep going on. They play uh, a disciplined type of basketball. Um, I think that the one person on that team that doesn't get enough attention is that point guard. Although 5'6", that young man makes a difference in a lot of ball games. Uh, and so I think kid Gunner, I think he's their leading scorer with about 11 points a game. So that it's a total team performance um, when these guys are playing. And Heights beat Liberty Hill by 6, and Liberty Hill is in that string of a team. They played Leander, and that beat Wagner out. So it's all in that strand. But like we said, that game's going to be at 7 p.m. Uh, for this is going to be the Division Two 5A. So it'll be the smaller enrollments of 5A. And Alamo Heights played in a very difficult district. We covered that district well. They were 11-5 against the likes of Veterans Memorial, Piper, uh, New Braunfels. So it was a difficult district to play in. Um, it's going to be interesting because both teams average about 60 points a game. I mean, at this point, Heights averages 61, but 1 point is not a big difference at this point. So Fort Bend Marshall, they've been on a 21 game win streak. So we go back into Vance's theory of have they been pushed. Uh, they're 12-0 in district play, but you don't get this far in the state playoffs and not have been pushed. So that game's going to be streamed on Texas Live, and it's going to be exciting to watch, man. At this point, teams are so close to that destination. So, y'all got anything to point out, fellas?
Well, I'm going to be interested to see how this works out for Alamo Heights because they like using that size that they have to get down inside low too, and get some easy buckets that way. And Fort Bend Marshall, they've got a good blend of height with them, so it'll be interesting to see just how that works out. I'm just curious to see how this height weight battle works out.
It'll be interesting with them being on a 21 game win streak. So I think they're 30-6, and that would make them 9-6 whenever
Uh,
on this run. And that makes me think.
uh,
Wonder if that's when the football players met up.
I, aren't they like 36-2
Is
regular
it
season?
62? Oh, yeah.
So
Who you
But
talking about?
the same point remains.
yeah, but it's the same thing. Like he's saying, change of season.
Yeah. I mean, look where Judson's season changed.
Look,
When
Kevin, that's so funny though that you mentioned that because haven't we seen the differences made when somebody comes over from the football, playing football, and the physicality that they brought to their teams when they come in there? It's quite interesting.
it is, but it is. When you think about what positions are those guys coming from, a lot of them are linebackers, running back. So yeah, you get your physicality, but then you've got receivers and you got quarterbacks and you got skill position players. So but you make a good point. You make a good point. And in Vance, fill us in on some cold Cougars.
Okay, and before I do want to give a shout out to the Alamo Heights basketball team. I met their coach, man. Great dude. Just chopped it up. It was brief, but it was cool. And I told Kevin earlier, man, that Alamo Heights reminds me of the Hoosiers. The
Yeah,
Hoosiers with Gene Hackman. Hey, and now God rest his soul. So hey, that's like
Right.
hey, if Alamo Heights thinking, hey, the Hoosiers and Gene Hackman, like I said, God rest his soul, man, and maybe they go out there and put it on them.
What's that line? Don't get caught watching the paint dry.
Guy, it is that. So anyway, okay, so this Cole, you know how I like to do, man. To get my report here, boom, bam, boom. So this gonna be a nice little game here. And the thing about it is, it's a 3A battle, okay? And so Jordan, let me get it. Let me find it here. Okay. So Cole Cougars, the home of Shaquille O'Neal. Were they 2A at that time when Shaq played? Anybody
I
know?
believe so.
Yeah, I believe. Okay. Well, the Cole Cougars are 29-7, and the Kuntz Lions are 36-2. So it's gonna be good. Now the Lions, the Kuntz, if I'm saying it right, the Kuntz Lions,
Hmm.
they are rated the number one team in the state. So
Oh wow.
yeah, and they got senior guards Mason McDonald and Zach Sells are pivotal. Uh, Mason scoring 25 points and Zach scoring 19 points. Uh, so you got the Cole Cougars, 29-7. Now the Cole Cougars are making their fifth state semifinal appearance in the last 6 seasons. So they know what to
Wow.
expect, though. Yeah. So whoever show up, trust me, Cole will be there. And they beat Poth in a close game, 47-44, which is good. And they rallied from a 17-10 deficit. To pull this out. So they got a sophomore guard, Jawin Yabara, scoring 18 points. But let me do a quick comparison of the two teams, Giles. Points per game, Cole, 58.5. Kuntz, 86.3. Mm.
Say
Rebound.
that again.
All right, Kuntz. This is points per game. Kuntz, Cole Cougars, 58.5. Kuntz is 86.3. Rebounds per game, Cole, 28.4. Kuntz, 25.5. Assists per game, Cole, 11.8. Kuntz, 5.8. Steals per game, Cole, 6.3. Kuntz, 6.5. And the blocks are not even really nothing to even talk about. But Cole's key players, Logan Backstrom, he's averaging 20 points per game. For Kuntz, you got that Zach Sells. He's averaging 23 points per game. So, man, this is going to be, well, the strength of Kuntz. They is obviously scoring, and but they average like 7 steals per game. So their defense is there too. Now the Cole Cougars, they average like 28.4. That's a lot of rebounds per game, and assists 11.8. Wow, 28.4 rebounds. Okay. So the thing about it is the key factors is, man, for Cole, they got to control that pace of game against Kuntz, man, because they want to get up and down the floor. And, it's going to be tough for Cole. They got to contain the backcourt of Mason McDonald and Zach Sells. So, but with the experience of the Cole Cougars, that's going to play a big difference in this game, maybe, having that experience. I always like experience versus talent. So, especially in elite playoff games. Yes, Phil. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really? So you would rather have 30%. I'll put it
Yeah,
this way.
I know. Get it right.
So you
Let me come and show my face.
you value experience over talent, right?
Yes, I do.
So you give me someone, a group of people that from freshman to senior, they played all together, right? They played together that whole time, but they are of minimally talented. Even though they played together all that time, they have experience. And you would take that experience of minimally talented people over talent of vast 5 and 4 star players. But
Okay,
you would take
well,
the experience over that.
yeah. I still, I would, but see, you try to change once again. See,
No,
see
I
how
did
they
not
do.
try to
See
change
how he
it.
does, Kevin. How he tried to change their.
Hey, Phil, you went straight to 4 and 5 stars, man. Like,
Well, no,
But
but
hold
the
on.
whole point is if you always value, like you said, experience
Okay.
over talent,
No,
you
no, no,
can't set
stop. You
you
didn't
can't
say
set
plainly
my
like that.
talent
You
level.
said minimal talent.
Yes.
You reduced their talent down to minimal.
Yes, I can because you experience
No,
is
you
your
can't reduce it
value.
down to minimal.
Yes, I can because you said
No, that's
experience.
not what we're talking
Yes, I
about.
can, Vance.
That's not what I'm
Because
talking about.
Vance, you said experience as your value point
I value
over
experience over
talent.
talent.
So I get to set your talent bar as well as my talent bar.
yeah, but
All right, Phil.
let's don't forget that you got Logan Beckstrom and Aaron Braxton both signed to play collegiate basketball from Cole. So put some respect on them talent.
But I'm not talking about the game. Vance said always experience over
See, there you go.
talent.
Always, but
That's not,
I mean,
yes, you did.
just say what I
That's
said. I
not,
said I would take
that's
experience
not this game.
over talent.
So I'm only doing it relative to what his statement was.
Man, we talking about Vance. You can't talk about relativity.
Well, I tell you what, them one and dones, I'll take experience over them one and dones any day.
So does Rick
Again,
Pitino.
And
we're
one and
talking,
dones is talent. That's
we're
talent.
talking packing talent.
Well, that's how's that really working. All right, next. That's
Well,
how that's working now for Calipari and the boys. All right.
you know what, man?
Are they going
So,
against minimal talent?
Now you don't
uh,
need minimum when you got 4 years. When your team of 4 years, especially seniors with 4 years behind them, I don't think that's minimal.
Vance,
Yeah, who it is?
Vance, you don't get to arbitrarily change the point structure here as the relevance of our conversation.
well, it'll all be settled tomorrow night.
Right.
And we will all join around a campfire Wednesday night and share our cookies and chocolate milk and discuss talent, relativity, and experience. But no, man, let's go ahead and get out of here, please. Y'all keep chopping it up on that.
So is that it, man? Is that the last one? That was all of them?
That was 4.
Okay, so you picking 3 out of 4?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back and pick the games like that, like we do, man. Can we do that? So we can have it on record. That's what I want them hands to see. He's starting fire up there. So let's go back. Let's pick the games and we can get on out of here, Kevin.
All right.
Is that cool?
Blast from the show and call it.
All right. Go ahead and pull it up.
Oh, okay. Boom. Boom.
We're gonna write them down.
Oh, you're gonna say them out, so we can put them on. We're gonna put them. We got a record. Because one of Phil's biggest thing is it's on tape. go back and roll the tape. That's his. So let's get him on tape.
Okay, so I got Brennan.
Phil.
I got Brennan.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Bel Air.
We knew that.
A loser,
Next.
Harlan, Katie Jordan. I'll go Harlan.
I'm gonna go Katie.
That was that blowout that Katie Jordan did to Harlan, right?
Yeah, the first
Okay.
time.
But
All
that
right.
was with I okay.
Yeah. I'm going to take Harlan.
Nice. Ooh, I'm gonna look like I'm gonna be 0 and what, 4? Go ahead.
Who you taking, Vance?
I said Jordan. I'm taking Jordan.
Okay.
Of course I'm gonna take any name Jordan.
Of course you are.
Um,
Loser.
I've been on heights this whole time, so
Ooh,
I'm not gonna change now.
ooh, ooh.
That could pose quite interesting given the balanced size that Fort Bend Marshall has. But you know, Vance, I told you about those mules. Look, don't worry about the mule going blind. Just sit tight and hold the line. I'm
All right.
taking the Alamo Height mules.
Thank y'all for that. Just because you and AKA taking Alamo Heights, man, but I'm gonna have to go with the Marshall, Fort Bend Marshall.
Of course you would.
So we can officially say that Vance
Well, you
does
gotta get one
not
more. We
believe.
still got Cole and
All right, Cole and Kuntz. I'll
Remember,
go.
Vance, you said they're the number one 3A in the state.
I'm taking Coons.
Of course you are.
And y'all?
I'm taking Kuntz.
Oh,
I'm taking Coots.
ooh, don't take a hit now. Y'all don't take a hit. All right, all right, all right. So that's in the books.
It's in the books,
Okay.
and
So
I
what
feel
you
like
gonna
a
do?
treacherous person.
So now, Kevin, so have we decided what we're gonna do? Because I think we're gonna try to do some coverage, and so the people of San Antonio can get uh, some Tuesday night coverage, man.
Well, I know that the Memphis game versus UTSA was a hot topic around the water cooler that you wanted to hit. Um, I
Penny
go.
Hardaway.
I'm gonna go to the Harlem game unless I have a late change of heart.
Well, Kevin, uh, you're the man around. Well, one of the men. Okay,
Heath.
San
Kevin
Antonio
Howell, the one-eyed
basketball
scout.
and high school basketball. You're doing such a great job, and have you really expanded our coverage here at TAN TV. And because of that, we have so many things that we're involved with. So as a network, okay. Now my heart would be with the Harlan, the high school, because I really enjoyed covering them this year, and how you brought us in and to your world. Introducing us to the coaches, introducing us to players, introducing us to athletic directors. I mean, the whole spectrum, man. And not once have you kept TAN TV in the background. So I really appreciate that. So, and with that said, though, we're covering, man. We're doing the network coverage, man. We got,
Yeah,
so we got the NCAA coming up, Final Four, and so we would love to keep, doing some coverage with our college because that's where from high school they're going to college, and our
yeah.
coverage. So yeah, so I think, and plus Penny Hardaway gonna be in the building too. So we get a couple flicks of him, maybe maybe get down on the floor and get Phil thrown out the building trying to get a interview. Put the mic in front of
Yeah,
Penny, little Penny.
little
Uh,
penny.
and so, uh, if we're not working you too hard, maybe you can go live out there from San
No,
Marcos.
I plan on it. I
Okay,
plan on it.
good.
I actually drove out there Saturday and I was gonna go live there in San Marcos, but there was a dance competition and there was people everywhere that I wanted to work at. So I came on back. That's where that's my alma mater.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay.
so
Oh,
yeah, so I enjoy going back there. What's funny is I got my bachelor's degree from Texas State and my master's from UTSA. Never
All
knew they were rivals until I was like a year into my master's program. But no, man, let's enjoy it. We got this wonderful world of basketball, and you know, uh, our coverage of the college game hasn't gone unnoticed, and that with the ability for us to get credentialed for the Final Four, uh, I think that speaks volumes to where the network has been and where it's going, and people taking notice. So that's something that I'm excited about.
And then don't forget, man. Not only are you covering the high school state playoffs, but we're gonna be in the building at the All Star game. And
Yep.
man, that's so many activities and
that's for
events.
high school.
Yeah, yeah, San Antonio High School. So they got the 3-point competition and all that, man. So we get to talk to some of these cats, huh?
Then we in the building for the HBCU All Star game. So man, if people don't know, TAN TV, the Coffee Break Sports Edition, is what's happening.
Some bad boys, and then
Just trying to bring some basketball right here, straight to you, San Antonio, and show people how prolific the game here is in San Antonio.
well, Phil, if we was doing that, we'd have left you off. We'd have blanked you. We'd have just put a camera in your hand and say, silent.
Well, I had to
Like
let people know
telling
that
me to
you got
silent.
levels of experience and
Talent.
talent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But man, hey, I'm looking forward to our coverage, and that's what it's about, Kevin. Coverage, So man, we got some great events to look forward. College, high school, man, and then we just and we do want to get out. I'm trying to get the big fella to do more of it, and myself too, though, is to get in the stands and meet some of y'all out there and get y'all's views of the games and stuff. But we got some great shows that's coming up. Our coach's corner is going to be coming up. Our parents segment where we're going to talk to parents and get their views and stuff. So we got some things coming down the road, man, and appreciate it. And then we're gonna follow the big guy on the summer on his. He's gonna be on road this summer with Jay Fry and the boys. Tell them about that real quick, man, so we can get out of here.
Yeah, we my position with Noble Enterprises will be disclosed later this week. But we're going to be traveling to on a national scale, catching some of these national rankings, national EYBL Puma circuits, and really excited about that, man. Uh, we put a lot of time in putting together the different databases, different scouting pieces. Uh, so really excited about that, man. And it's kind of turned the corner and headed for home because we should have our first middle school camps late March. They'll be coming. But I also wanted to talk about something else exciting. We had Miss Dusty Clements on the show with the Parents Corner, and man, it's kind of evolved into we're going to start Mondays at 7:15. Dusty gave a lot of knowledge in that short time we were together, and it's going to be called Basketball Simplified with Dusty's Notebook.
With
And
Dusty's what?
Dusty's Notebook, man. She carries on this notebook all the time, jotting down things. And
I like her. I like her.
she's truly, uh, she has one son that's playing at Kansas, in medical redshirt right now. She has another son coming up, Wyatt Clements, uh, and he's repeating a very similar process. We're going to follow 5 to 10 of the higher end guys, locally or nationally, and kind of the ones that we have access to. And we'll have access to more and more through relationships. But that's going to be starting possibly tonight. We're going to run like a pilot show, uh, work out the kinks, but rock and roll next Monday at 7:15.
All right.
So Phil, man, don't forget to charge up everything. Uh, you got to charge up. You got to have them green lights and them dots all full. Okay. So we can get out there. We're gonna do our thing. You're gonna see Phil and I out at the UTSA versus Memphis Tigers, and then make sure, like I always say, when you see the big country and you see Kevin Howe, aka the One-Eyed Scout, out there, y'all. He's gonna be in San Marcos tomorrow. Just go by and holler at him. Give him a shout. And so we man, we loving this, man. And I do want to say, Phil.
Yes, sir.
When Kevin's out there on that road with Jay Fry and the boys, he's agreed to come on and keep the coffee break sports edition going. So man, you might have to clear your schedule. He might be working all night. We might have to go on midnight. He might be excited, but we want to report some of the.
Hey, Phil'll be good at midnight.
Oh,
8 a.m.
the late one, yes. Now
Yeah.
he just getting
8 a.m.
started.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll be good.
So Phil, that's gonna be good, man. To get to chat with him, and then maybe too, man, since you got your Tesla helicopter, now we can maybe we can fly into some of them games and catch and catch him with Kevin, man. So it's gonna be a great summer, man. And also, man, our TAAN TV kids. Now, I know I kind of introduced it, but because of the playoffs and everything that's been keeping us going, and the NCAA coming up, the All-Star games, we're gonna start our TAAN TV kids actually having a segment, a weekly segment for the summer. We're gonna pick them up for the summer, and we'll have more time to really get with them and catch up with Dwayne and Keelan and King. Now King's my football player with Dwayne and Keelan. They're our hoopers. So we're gonna have a great summer, and we're gonna meet some new kids. That's the future that's coming up. Maybe one of them get lucky and the One-Eyed Scout put that one eye on you, and bring you through. They got a tough little place where they train. Give a shout out to the dog house up in there. Yeah. Hey, man.
Don't hit him with the puppy bark, man.
No, that was you. You when you bark, you be barking like you got one bark left. So I'm telling you to save yours. But Kevin, if you catch up with JC tomorrow, if he's out there, if he's able to get out there, man, let's see if we can get him on the camera. See if you can do it, man. See if you can pull out wonders to get him on cameras and shout out. All right.
All right, bet.
Yeah, you be safe on that road too, man.
All right.
All right, we out.
We out like a scout.
Phil.
Hey, I I'm just looking forward to the games and the results.
Yes, sir. So, all right, y'all. You've been watching TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. So until next time, to our next coffee break, y'all stay tuned because we doing it out here, man, and we loving it. See y'all.
This is Coach Abbott, head coach of Southwest Legacy, home of the Titans, and you are watching TAN TV.
The importance of building a tribe. Yeah. And I think you said it like a lot, like, my tribe, the people that come up to support you, because I think that in the midst of what we're going through, when you don't have your family support, the people that you bring into your life is the next most important thing. It's lonely doing something different, because within your own family you isolating yourself basically. And you kind of feel like, man, I'm on this island by myself. So the people that you bring in to support